Hello and welcome to another lesson in social science on my channel. Today we are going to do lesson number 5, In Search of Peace, Buddha and Mahavira. Around the 6th century BC, that is around 2500 years ago, two great men were born in India, Gautam Buddha and Vardhamana Mahavira. Their teachings gave birth to two new religions, Buddhism and Jainism. This was also the period when important reforms were made in social and religious sectors in India, and they worked together against the social evils. We will study about the life of Gautam Buddha in this video, and in our next video we will continue with the same topic on the life of Vardhaman Mahavira. Thus, through both the videos we will understand about the pursuit and humanity established by them. Now let us first understand from where we get information about Gautam Buddha and Buddhism. The first is Jataka Kathas. What are these Jataka Kathas? They are basically literature concerning the previous births of Gautam Buddha in both human and animal form. And these kathas, they teach people, they give people lessons about how to behave. Second is Buddhist text, also known as Tripitaka. You have three of them, Sukta Pitak, Vinay Pitak and Abhidham Pitak. First of all, what is the meaning of Pitak? Pitak means rules of behavior or moral responsibilities. What are your moral responsibilities as a citizen, as an individual, as a human being? Okay, so you have three, Sutak Pitak, Vinay Pitak and Abhidham Pitak. Sutak Pitak basically consists of sermons and teachings of Buddha. Vinay Pitak is collection of the rules governing the Sangh and the monks. And Abhidham Pitak deals with the philosophy of Buddhism. So this is where we get information about Gautam Buddha and Buddhism. Let us understand Buddha's early life. There was a kingdom called Kapilvastu. It was in the foothills of the Himalayas. This is while going towards Nepal. You can see on the screen. The Kshatriyas of Kapilvastu were called Shakyas. Again, it was a republic state. You have learnt about republics in your previous lesson. Shuddhodana was the head of this republic and Maya Devi was his wife. Gautam Buddha was born in the house of these two in the year 566 BC. His childhood name was Siddhartha, but after few days of his birth, his mother Maya Devi died. Therefore, he was nurtured by Gautama Mahaprajapati, who was his foster mother. From a very young age, he was associated with education and knowledge. Next to Kapilvastu, there was a monastery of a saint named Alara Kalam. He was Siddhartha's guru. Siddhartha would go to him very often and do his meditation over there. Siddhartha's father was worried as he continued to discuss about knowledge and samadhi. His father was worried if Siddhartha would become a monk. Siddhartha was again married off at a very young age to Yashodhara and he had a son named Rahul. Now Prince Siddhartha is believed to have seen sights which left a deep impact on him. What are these? He saw a very old man, a sick man, a dead body, and then he saw an ascetic who appeared unaffected by the pain and sorrow and misery around him. Seeing all this, he decided to search for answers to the mystery of life and death. Now let us go to home sacrifice and sadhana. At the age of 30, he decided to renounce his royal family and state. He decided to give up his royal family and state and become a saint, a hermit, in search of truth. So one night he takes his charioteer, Channa, and his horse and went to the river bank outside his state. Leaving his royal attire, he gave all his jewelry to Channa and ordered him to take the chariot and the horse back with him and return to the palace. That is, return to the palace. He changed himself into a saint's clothes and walked towards the jungle. After leaving his home, he first went to Rajgiri and then to Kuruvela. Here, he started penance with 5 Brahmins. He felt that giving up food and water and tormenting the body would not yield knowledge, and so he leaves these 5 Brahmins. He believed that conquering the path of self-consciousness and the desire is the major duty of human beings. He decided to do penance alone. He sits under a peepal tree at Bodhigaya and he started his sadhana for truth and enlightenment. After many days of sadhana, he got knowledge on the day of Vaishak Purnima. On acquiring knowledge, he became the Buddha from Siddhartha. Buddha means wise or conscious. Later on, he was called Gautam Buddha. Preachings. Gautam Buddha first went to Sarnath after attaining enlightenment. There, he met his old Brahmin friends. For the first time, he preached to those 5 Brahmins, that is the monks, at Sarnath, which was at a deer park in Sarnath, and this is known as the Dharma Chakra Pravartana, that is setting in motion the wheel of Dharma. Buddha gave very simple sermon to get rid of the miseries of the world. According to him, there are 4 truths. There are 4 noble truths. Samanyak Darshan. Samanyak meaning properly. The 4 noble truths are: the world is full of miseries, the cause of suffering is greed and desire, destruction of suffering is renunciation of desire, and last, adoption of octagonal path eliminates desire. So these are the 4 noble truths given by Gautam Buddha. Now we also need to know what are the samyak, that is properly, what is to be done properly. There is the samyak sight, samyak resolve, samyak speech, samyak deeds, samyak earnings, samyak exercise, samyak memory, samyak samadhi. It is a Sanskrit word, okay, meaning properly. So these should be done properly. Now let us see Gautam Buddha as a religious and social reformer. He has done the following reforms. Number 1, denial of God and soul. Number 2, opposition of rituals. Number 3, opposition of discrimination of high and low. And 4, importance of women. Let us understand each one. Number 1, denial of God and soul. Buddha denied God and soul and gave importance to karma. According to him, if there was God, sorrows would not be there. Instead of indulging in welfare of soul, one should live a virtuous life in the present. Second, opposition to rituals. Gautam Buddha strongly was against these rituals performed in Hinduism and the sacrifice of animals in yagnas. He said that non-violence is the highest value. The greatest duty of all human beings is to treat animals non-violently. Third, opposition of discrimination of high and low. At this time, Hinduism was divided into 4 varnas. You have learned this in your previous lesson. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Buddha strongly opposed this varna system. He said that being born in a high family does not make anyone great. He becomes great by his deeds, by his conscience, by following the path of truth and non-violence. He highly opposed the discrimination of high and low prevailing in the society. And last, he gave importance to women. He gave equal importance to both women and men. He said that the path of nirvana is not only for men, women can also achieve nirvana through sadhana and duty. So these are the 4 reforms done by Gautam Buddha. Now let us go to nirvana. Now the Buddhist Buddhists believe in a cycle of death and rebirth called samsara. Through karma and eventual enlightenment, they hope to escape samsara and achieve nirvana, an end to suffering. Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment in the shadow of the Bodhi tree on Vaishak Purnima. By acquiring knowledge, Buddha continued reforming society and religion in India. He led many people towards the righteous path. Giving preachings of truth and non-violence, he opposed eating of non-vegetarian food and the high and low discrimination among society. He finally died at the age of 80 in Kushinara and attained nirvana. But his ideas and religion are still alive in the world.